Hello again. I've been enjoying some of the videos, actually most of all of the videos from Action Retro, where he goes through all of his, bumping up his Macs to the best it can be and everything else. And I thoroughly enjoy. I mean, I think there are two camps of people: keeping stuff original and those just maxing it out to what it can do. And I fall into the latter. Now, I'm not a huge Mac guy. Well, I mean, I work with Macs a lot. That's part of my job. And I don't not like them. And but the thing is, I don't have a lot of representation in my collection on Macs. Be that as it may, believe it as or not, I guess. This is actually a Mac. And no, it's not a Mac clone, but it is kind of my personal Mac clone. It is actually the motherboard from a blue and white G3 PowerMac in a late 90s beige case. And I'm trying to look right now. I should have planned this a little better. Where the front panel, oh, there it is, the front panel. Yes. So, this I did mention this machine before in I think one video before, and it never got the attention ever in any of the other videos. So I was in the process of, well, we'll get to that later. Of doing that, but just having some fun with it again, because it was just sitting and actually being pretty utilitarian, doing like iTunes and whatever, running 922 down in the basement for S&Gs for a couple years, and might as well try to do something more with it. Now, this actually came about back in 2006 when I gutted out a blue and white G3 PowerMac case to create a Hackintosh. That was 2006. And so, I kept all the parts and I just threw it in this generic case back then, and it stuck. So, I mean, the case, it fits in the case. The only little type of, no, I mean, it's not an issue actually, because it kind of fits in there. You can see that, the memory is in a not optimal place, but, I can get at everything. It's not optimal, but, the RAM's still there. And in the back, I mean, yeah, it's like a normal ATX type of thing. So, what this was a, and why it's not in the case anymore is I got rid of that Hackintosh. That was in another video, and I actually threw out the case. I hacked that up. I hacked the case up to fit that motherboard in. It was kind of beat, so this is what this machine is now, and it will never see one of those blue and white cases again. It was a 300 megahertz. It's been overclocked since then, since 2006 actually, maybe even sooner. No, since 2006 to 400. And so you see my nice, if anybody is familiar with the blue and white design, the CPU would, the power supply is here, would have the fan onto the CPU. Now, that's not a thing in this case, so actually I'm looking at it, it's like I've always had it that way, but maybe it should be facing the other way. Air goes down, right? It hasn't overheated in the meantime, so that 400 megahertz has been rock solid, actually, as far as I'm concerned. Nice screws to keep that in place, and there's a case fan, and just so recently, going to thinking about putting 10.4 on there and watching those videos on Action Retro. Maybe, see how Linux installs on here with the Adelaide or whatever. That's not going to be in this video. This is going to be mostly me talking about my trials and tribulations on getting it even this far. Just as an aside, it had 512 megs of RAM. Now it has 768, 2 sticks of 256, 2 sticks of 128. And this has been in here forever. It's a Radeon 7000. Supposedly it is the fastest PCI graphics card that can be in a blue and white, or this style G3. So what the process was, well, what my goal was, like I said, is 10.4, and maybe like the Linux stuff and everything else. But it only had a 10, I'm going to take that out, but you see back down there is a 10 gigabyte spinning hard drive, which has been in there forever. And I do believe, no, it's not. I was going to say, I believe that was the original Mac hard drive that was in there, but thinking about it now, I'm pretty sure that actually came with an old wireless router / NAS from 2005. It's like an old school type, that was like a 10 gigabytes of storage on your network, which was kind of funny. But that, I think that's drive is from that. It's noisy, its bearings are going, and so yeah, introducing, yes, an SSD. But getting it this far where transferring, I don't want to reinstall 922. Transferring 922 from there to there was a little interesting. So ideally, and it's like this was where my thought was, that this machine, it's a modern enough, hold down the Option key and boot from, well, okay, that's another thing, but booting from disk, hold down the Option, and then yeah, you're good to go. It's like, no, caveat 1, this thing does not have Option boot. Okay, second caveat, this is the drive that came with it. It's CD only, Well, I have a, 10.4 was released on DVD. Okay then, what do? Well, my first thought was, okay, it has FireWire. Let's throw, there's a G4 PowerMac. All right, that has a DVD-ROM drive. Let's throw that into target mode, and it also has 10.4 installed. So, okay, I can throw that into target mode, boot up 10.4, put that temporarily into, a hard drive, external FireWire hard drive thing, and we should be good, right? No. For some reason, this machine did not want to boot at all from the 10.4 install on there. Didn't even give it as an option. And every time the DVD was put in there in target mode, it kept ejecting. It never was able to be booted, nothing. So, it's like, okay, you know what? This project finished before it started. Okay, you know what? How about a DVD? Getting a. Well, I tried multiple. I can't show you, but I had multiple DVD-ROM drives hooked up to this. Not, they weren't being read fine. It was just a pain in the ass. It's like, okay. Wait a second. Yes, I think it likes Mac drives, optical drives, much better. Okay, let's pull a DVD from a PowerMac G5. It's one of those combo drives, DVD/CD-RW. It's a Mac drive. This actually works. So, with that booted, okay, let me put that into there, hook it up FireWire, boot that up, run disk utility, do a transfer. That doesn't see it. This doesn't see that. somewhere along the line. Don't know. I don't know. And along the lines of maybe not option booting with this thing, I also heard that it doesn't do like a secondary drive on its bus, on this IDE right here. So fingers crossed. I actually connected this to, the other one on the secondary. This is what is it? I mean, you can't read that. Yes, Ultra ATA. So this is the fast bus. This is what, ATA 33? I think it's 33. I don't think it's 66. But then this would be like PIO. This would be like down to 16 megabytes, I believe. All it says is IDE. So hooking that up to that as a slave, booting that up. Finally, disk copy from there to there. And just as a sanity check, hooking it up as a master on the faster bus. Of course, using an 80 wire cable. I do believe that's necessary. I was able to transfer. So with that, I mean, okay, the situation where I can actually see anything with this is a pain. So I have to use this monitor. This monitor doesn't want to show display. And I was using, and I have been using, and I will still use a USB to PS2 connector, but I was thinking, it's like, why is the option key not working? It's like, well, the option key would be the Alt, but I thought it was like, no, let's put this on, USB, that. So as we stand now, when I boot this up, it's going to be, I still have the hard drive actually electronically connected. It's not, there's no data to that, but there's still power. Gonna pull that quickly. Well, not now, but as we see that, okay, yes, we have 922 booting. Well, we will have 922 booting. Oh wait, is it trying to? Yes, okay. I thought it was trying to boot the drive, the optical drive right now, but so there we go. And that's from the solid state. So with this part of the video, I am going to start. Yes, the 10.4 is 10.4.4 that I have a disk in there. Then I'll do the 10.4.11. But right now, I know you can. I think this is how it was actually set up. I think from the factory too. With the ones that were dual booting 9 and 10, it would be on the same partition. But I wanted to partition it where OS 9 has its own thing. OS 10 has nothing right now. So if we go here, install OS 10. Let's try to run that, see what happens. OS 10 Tiger, restart, and that will boot from the DVD. So, I know, it's going to be a normal 10.4 installation at this point. Going to the second drive, second partition. And I left some space, like I said, for probably a Linux thing later on. But that's not going to be in this video at all. In fact, most of this video is not going to be, well, not maybe most of it. I've been talking for 14 minutes. Shut up, Matt. So tomorrow, hopefully, I will be getting, I'm hearing it spin up. That should be fine. Another one of these, an external, 3.5-inch SSD. Not necessarily a SATA, a SATA external bay. I've been waiting for one actually from Amazon that actually shipped from the UK. Like there were none local, and I didn't get a tracking number. It's still out there, hopefully, but in the meantime, yesterday I looked to see if I could get one local. It's like, yeah, it's going to be delivered tomorrow. So whatever. So when that comes around, It's gonna be put into that. I have different sleds for it. And I take the sleds off that, put that in there. It's gonna be buttoned up. I was thinking of, you know, there's 3.5-inch external bays here. I do not have the adapter on, like the whatever they was used to secure that. I'm sure there was a cage. Sure there was a cage there for the drives. But yeah, that's gone, I guess. No clue where that would be. I was thinking about holding it in with tape, but I don't know, too janky, I guess. So it's going to go into the second one, whatever. That's going to go in there. And at this point, I think you don't want to see, me installing 10.4. I wouldn't want to see me installing 10.4. So maybe I think the next part will be, you'll see me tomorrow. Well, not see me, actually. You'll see this machine tomorrow, probably kind of buttoned up. And hopefully I get the parts. So until then, well, here's the next part. So it's a little more buttoned up right now. The devices are in the bay. Close it up soon, but cable management, what is that? And that is a nice front, isn't it? Oh, well, I have two corrections that I need to make from the last part of the video where I was saying that the power supply was blowing a fan on it. No, it's actually it's a separate cooling fan for the system, but it was placed here on the other side of the case, so that was incorrect. And wait, there was something else. There's something else incorrect. Oh yeah, the secondary IDE, I know that actually does accept a second drive because it came with zip drive. I think there was a question of whether or not the ATA, the Ultra ATA port, actually accepted a second drive, and I think that was, like, with the earlier versions, what I read was that if the case didn't have a harness or something for the second drive, it was, and I think this is a very early model of it, so I think there might have been an issue, and so instead of playing around with that and wondering why it wasn't working, I just went for the sure thing, I guess, at that point with the secondary drive. So yeah, there is the external bay here, and it is one of these things, a StarTech. So these are pretty neat, so you can access the drive pretty quickly from outside. And the SATA to IDE adapter, I'm looking around for the box. And there we go. It's another StarTech product. So, if I want to make sure things work, I probably will just go for StarTech. They might be a little more expensive than generic products, but like they say, hard to find made easy. It's like there's a lot of products that they make that I think that PCIe ATA controller card, I'm pretty sure that's a StarTech. It's like how many of those are people really need, but whatever. So I will show this all buttoned up, probably in its case. But the other thing I want to point out is, I don't you love the color scheme on this right now? But I knew that this was going to be black. Who cares if that's black then? And then this is a nice shade of tannish brown, but it actually has a history for me. Got that back in 1998. That was part of the 5630 compact Presario 5630 that I got back in 1998. That had the zip drive in there for that machine. So I don't know where the zip drive is. The machine is long gone, but I have the 5 1/4 to 3.5 adapter, so that is still up and running. One funny thing is, yeah, this mouse. Software update. And this is a nice 1900 by 1080. You know, it will do that. But, you know, Tiger, you know, Apple still provides, and we'll show it here. Yeah. Well, they still provide the 10.4.11 update on their servers. So I will probably wrap this up. That is a short rundown of what I did with this. Like I said, I was going to attach the StarTech thing right here to outside, but like I said, I don't have that cage. I'm keeping that drive in there. Whatever, I don't need a 10 gig drive, and anything goes sideways, you know I have a boot drive that's in there. You know, it's not hooked up at all, but yeah. So that's and there we go. Mac OS X combo update 10.4.11. There. So 186 megs. Remember when OS updates were 186 megs? Shoosh. Well, maybe I'll just be on the next part to wrap it up and show you what it looks like down where it sits home. But yeah, it really doesn't look like a Mac, does it? Maybe this blends right in, but and like, man, the back of, you know, you're not gonna see it, it's way too dark, but the cable nest back there is just incredible. So what I wanted to do then is have a USB extension cable and a firewire cable off to the side here, because I was thinking of doing something strange with this, having front ports or whatever for them, but you know what, cables right there, tucked in there, just in case I need to put up you know, a real, you know, Mac keyboard, attach firewire or whatever, because like right now, I mean, it is using this Logitech combo right here, so it's gone through PS2. There's so many conversions, well, maybe not so many, but you know, USB to PS2 to the KVM and everything. And at this point, let's install. Let me do this. And yeah, now we're installing the updates. So I don't know, like in the future, if I will record anything, if I'm getting, you know, Linux on here. Probably, maybe I'll just show you the fruits of it, because like I said, Action Retro has a lot more information about like getting, and I'm gonna be following his lead and everything to get that all set up. But yeah, 400 megahertz PowerPC G3. Like I said, that's actually a 300 megahertz chip, but you know, it's always been overclocked. 768 megs of RAM. Has the 7,000? Yeah, Radeon 7,000. 8TA. Let's see what it shows up here. You know, it has this DVD. Yeah, I think it's just a CDRW though, and a DVD player. But yeah, it sees. I mean, I only got a 60 gig, 64 gig SSD. Whatever, it's like 10 gig for OS 9, which is way too much to begin with. 20 gig for OS 10, so I still have, you know, 20 some left for whatever I want to do, and hence the untitled part. So whatever. This all works. USB is fine. It's a USB PS2 to USB converter. So yeah, we're all, here we go. DVD, oh, it does do. It's not just a combo, it's everything. Not like I'm going to be burning DVDs on this, but at least it can read DVDs. So with that, thanks for watching. Take care. Bye-bye.